All right, really quickly. These are the people who practice God's plan in reverse. They'll never give me my rightful place. Not in my lifetime, at least, and almost certainly not after I die. They'll never truly represent my view fairly from what I understand, from what I gather. What does it mean to be God's plan in reverse? Well, it's to elevate the smaller guys. Think evolution, right? Evolution also has to do with coordination. As you get taller, you're more coordinated. Think about if you're newly made tall, you're not that coordinated. That's why black people are the most coordinated of the taller groups of people. Think about frequencies, rate, and ratio. Okay? They also are the most stigmatized people. When you consider my dad and all his top doctor rewards, you consider my family, which certainly will be sabotaged the rest of the way. Just today, I got the news that the king of Arby's Cult Center, the one who was recognized as such, passed away. God chose me. I never met the guy that I know of, but he's in my family. You know, I didn't shed any fucking tears. Not because I think it's right. I think it's wrong. I think the white Jews and Asians came together and murdered them with their corporate perspective so they can pretend that their martial artists are better. Bigger is not better. It's slower. It's huff. You know, give Biggie an asthma, inhaler before he steps in the ring and watch me slice him up, you know. There's so many options I could take, right? You know, I could swing low and outwards and cut his leg. You imagine a big fuck with a serious wound on his leg? Now you're even more immobilized, and you're low down to the ground. Do I have to explain why it's a walk in the park to kill somebody from that point? If you don't move quickly enough and you're taking on a martial artist who's a brain surgeon's son with surgical strikes, you're fucked. All those UFC guys will be dead in no time. All those big guys, gone. Conan Barbarian, here I come! Whoosh! You know, has 10 seconds gone by yet, and I fucking kill him. Okay? Without checking the time. The small guy, I put my hand on his head, he flicked his arm, his little T-Rex arms. I'm gonna get you, I swear. Put your hand off my head, you know? I mean, come on. I really have to explain this. It's a walk in the fucking park to cut these guys down. Even though the weapons were made for them. That's why they hid from my challenge when they have millions of people, literally. There's like 400 million practitioners of Taekwondo. Millions, hundreds of millions of people from their races. Helping them refine their style. They still couldn't beat me, and I'm self-taught. I taught myself. God taught me. Osiris was trying to mislead me, so to speak. Going back to what I said in another video. So, again, God's plan in reverse. The female, the beta, okay? The short guy, the fat guy, the tall Ichabod guy, okay? Ichabod Crane, Sleepy Hollow, right? Shaggy Doo, right? Give him a black belt and teach him to stretch and do a few, practice a few kicks, and you think that he can beat me in ancient combat because you're a fucking idiot. God's plan in reverse, which is lies, which is satanic preachers, satanic martial artists, anyone who's seen as a guide for your children, and every culture your children are allowed to learn is evil. God's plan in reverse versus Ra verse. Ra legion, Ra leg. Allege, allegory. Right? Okay? Moving quickly. Boom. Okay? And so on. Of course, I'm in reduced form on the fucking, wearing these motherfucking shoes. Sitting down, okay? I'm sure you get my point. Just the way I described it, you can imagine doing it for 20 years as a grand champion. Before they drugged me, how their set positions don't cut it. They don't make the cut, they get cut the fuck open instead. How many years? Excuse me, going on 22 years as a grand champion. But for the last year or so, I've been hopelessly sabotaged. At one point, I was even blinded, right? I suffer from photophobia, light sensitivity. God's plan in reverse is all the women going after the types of people I described before me. You have women choosing other women before me. Women choosing fat guys, sickly looking guys, how should I put this? Perv, kind of sexually immoral face scum, like porno stars or something, right? Weirdos. Weird Shaggy Doo looking motherfuckers. How are these guys getting bad bitches and the top martial arts hero is shunned? There is no excuse for that kind of stupidity. There is no hope for that kind of humanity. What are the deeper implications? What does it mean for every good man? What does it mean for everyone who stands up against these oppressors? God's plan in reverse. The Jiminy Crickets. The fat, who's this guy, we'll call it, just some fat fuck in the news, in the media, in the movies, okay? I can't think of one, but there's, some guy in the Fat Boys or some fucking shit, tits flapping in the wind, right? A guy with bigger tits than the chicks, you know what I'm saying? Getting bitches, right? It's a racket, her rack. God's plan in reverse. A woman choosing another woman who's trying to act like a man. Over the top martial artist. Is that not God's plan in reverse? Think about it. What the fuck are we talking about here? And I don't want to hear them pretend it's for some deeper, more profound sense of justice or equality, right? Inequality can be deserved. If I've worked harder than you have, I deserve more money. So if there's an economic disparity for the right reasons, and I've been working in the right way, not for this Babylonian system garbage, I deserve to have more money. If I'm the top martial artist, I deserve the admiration of potential wives. If you didn't stand with me, you deserve to be screamed the fuck out. Not the other way around. God's plan in reverse is more than just the government policy. It is these pussy-ass cowards who refuse to do the right thing. How hard is it for a woman to say, I'm going to date him because you're scum. And if I stay with you, I listen to pedophiles, rapists, drug dealers, mass murdering trash, fucking secret society garbage, goat fucking scum, liars who go out of their way to sabotage people, just unworthy knaves. That's who they're thrown in with. I'm with them. It's fucking stupid. There's no words for this unreasonable society. There's no words for it. I go on and on and on and on and on. They're not moved. They're not moved because they are evil. They are evil. They are evil. That's why the world is sealed. I couldn't open it if I wanted to. And neither can anyone else.